What is up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's live stream, I will be doing my complete review on the newly announced this week XLeads version 4. And we are pumped up today to break down XLeads version 4 and exactly how you can start using it in your own wholesaling real estate business. The thing is, XLeads version 4 has a lot of new stuff going on, but fundamentally it's very similar to version 3, except for one massive AI drop, which I will be sharing today, and really reviewing exactly how the software works, a full tutorial for any beginners getting started here using XLeads, the ultimate all-in-one wholesaling real estate software. So we are excited to break this down, and if you have any questions at all about how XLeads version 4 works, I'm more than happy to come in here and help you out and really give you a full, entire breakdown, recap, whatever you possibly want on how to go out here and use XLeads version 4. So let's go out here and get started and explain exactly what XLeads version 4 entails. So XLeads version 4 is basically a continuation of our version 3, where we kind of started building extra features and list polling and data and all these things. But really, XLeads version 4, I'm just going to just pretend you don't know what XLeads is. And we're going to break down exactly everything that XLeads is, including all the version 4 updates. So let's break this down. Let's get into it. And remember, if you want to get started with XLeads and you don't have an XLeads account, do me a favor. On the bottom, you can go out here and just sign up at xleads.com. So you go right here, where is it? Right here, xleads.com. And you go out here and sign up for the best wholesaling real estate software of all time, xleads.com. That's where you go to sign up. Once you sign up, you have 3 pricing plans. You have the basic plan, the pro plan, and the X plan. So when you sign up, you are going to go right here and you're going to get your sign in for XLeads. So this dashboard, we are going to be launching the new one on Monday. So it might look a little different, but pretty much the same as you're used to. So you go out here, we have our XLeads tutorials right here, and then we kind of explain everything below. So this is the dashboard. This is like the health of the company, and I'm gonna show you how you can go in there, start playing around with it, make it look all good. But yeah, I really like it. I really think the dashboard is simple on purpose, so you just understand what's going on in the company. Then you can go into a deeper dive with everything. So right here's the dashboard, and as you can see with the dashboard, that we have our daily onboarding calls. So that means on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, every single week from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time, you can go out here and get any of your questions answered live. And you can go out here and just get a daily step-by-step training on how to get started from start to beginner on XLeads. Now, what I really like about it too is you can answer your questions the last hour. And the cool part is we have these 5 days a week. So there's all these new questions, and most likely your questions are going to be on there. So from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., go in there and go on our daily onboarding calls. The link is right here, onboarding.xleads.com. Now, very important for any beginner, especially getting started here, is our live chat support. So we have 24-hour live chat support. Okay. So the cool part is on the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be right here. I'm going to move it a little right here. We have 24-hour live chat support. So you just click here and you go to the little chat tab right here, and you can talk to any of our XLeads ninjas. So these are our support agents, and they'll help you with any problem or question you want. So we work 24/7 on here. So at 1 a.m., 1 p.m., Christmas, whatever day of the week, we'll go out here and answer your questions live. So how it works is we have an AI assistant where you go out here and say, I have an issue, and you type in your problem, and the AI is going to take you to the right department, right? We have an A2P department. We have a texting department. We have deal board issues, contract department, AI agent department, right? Any question you possibly could have, throw it in there, and then you'll get in front of a live chat person. So if you put, I need A2P help, and what it's going to do is try to send you to some A2P help. See here. Alrighty, so it's telling me, help me understand, and I'm just going to put Send me to a live person. And what it's going to do is it'll put you in a queue to answer somebody, and quick 4 minutes, boom, good to go. So all it is, get in front of a live chats person right there. Now, what's really important here, and I really stress this, like I stress this a lot for everybody watching this, is you need to go out here and understand that we have live chat support, which is the best support you possibly can get. It's pretty good stuff, right? But what's more important than live chat support is we actually have live Zoom support. I think we're the only wholesaling software that can go do this. Maybe there's some other ones, but I doubt it. That you can say, hey, I don't understand. Like, I'm not a texting person. Can you just hop on a Zoom with me and just show me? Take control of my screen and do all. And that's what we do. So you can do a 15-minute Zoom call every single day with our live chat support agents for any problem you possibly have. So I see a lot of comments in here. I see a lot of people that are saying, hey, what's going on here? Live chat support, we're more happy to help you out. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can today, and we can help you out with any problem you possibly have. But yeah, pretty excited about it. So let's break this down and share it. So live chat support right here. What you're going to do is request for a live person, and then you might want to, hey, schedule a Zoom with me. And then the cool part is you can go out here, get a little Zoom link right here, and you can click that. I'll show what it looks like here. Here we go. And boom, you get in front of a live chat person right here. And then you can schedule a Zoom with anytime, 2 a.m., 5 p.m., whatever it is, and you get any of your questions answered. So hopefully that makes sense. I think we all understand that if we have a problem, a question, our live chat support agents are more than happy to help you out with any problem you have in wholesaling. So go right here, and that is the dashboard. Now, where everyone kind of wants to get started, which I get the excitement, like trust me, I understand it, is going to be the leads tab. This is exactly where most wholesalers are used to going out here and pulling data, pulling lists, and doing the traditional comping and what like a traditional wholesaling software does. You got to remember this, and I want everyone watching this to understand that XLeads, let me put myself up here just so we get it. XLeads is not a lead pulling software. It's not an SMS software. It is an all-in-one wholesaling software, which basically means for one price, for $97, $199, $249, whatever it is, you have everything. Now, the big top level is, again, you get leads, list pulling, you have a CRM, you have a dialer, texting, follow-ups, automations, e-signing, everything. Plus the AI SkyDrive, which we'll talk about today. You get all that stuff for just one price. And so you got to understand that XLeads is like 14 softwares into one. The cool part is you don't need to learn 14 software. You just got to learn XLeads. Probably takes an hour. Once you learn XLeads, then you've learned 14 softwares. So it's like, do you want to go learn 14 softwares individually? Or do you just want to learn this one software? And that's the whole point. That's why we're doing this tutorial today, right? So just remember, you're learning 14 softwares in just one tutorial video. And if you have any questions, that's why our live support chat is right here for any problem you have. Let's go out here and let's share how the leads tab works, right? So you're probably going to get 2 emails when you sign up for XLeads. A login for the actual, like, to log into XLeads, and then an email to log into your leads tab. The reason why we do this is, number one, you can go out here and, again, I feel like I'm going to confuse people, so maybe I'll do this at the end. But XLeads is the CRM portion, and then you can access your leads inside of it, okay? So what this means is if I have a company of 50 employees, I want all 50 employees to be in my CRM, right? The problem is XLeads doesn't let you share the leads tab 50 times because then we would have like 3 signups and everyone just shares the same software, right? So we have basically the leads tab has a separate login, and then the CRM is a separate login. The reason we did this is we made the decision that you can share your CRM access to 1,000 people. If you have 1,000 people in your organization, we have some big organizations here that use XLeads. Go put 60 people. I don't care. The problem is these people are going to like see each other's leads. But the big one is going to be the leads tab. You can only share that about 2 or 3 times. So just understand that if you want VAs on the dialer, I'm going to let like you have 14 VAs on the dialer inside of XLeads. I have no problem with that. But the leads tab, you're going to have a separate login, and then you're going to have to do it once, and then you're going to be fine on there. So that's how you're going to be doing it. So you go out here and you go use it. So this is the leads tab. So you get login once. It's going to know your IP address, and you're going to be fine. So let's go out here and just kind of pull some data in a market. So we are currently live. So let me know, guys, where I should go pull a list. And I'm going to show you why we're going to pull a list. Because XLeads version 4 has completely changed the game on everything. So traditionally, how people used to use wholesaling softwares was, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to do a like Melbourne, Florida, right? And I'm just going to go out here and pull a vacant property list in Melbourne and try to call and pray something works. Well, XLeads version 4 has really changed everything. And that's where everyone's watching today. The AI is pretty insane. And so let's go out here, and first one I see here is Knoxville, Tennessee. I'll show you why we love Knoxville. Okay. So traditionally you go pull a list in Knox County, which is the county of Knoxville. And you go out here and you will pull a vacant property list, high equity list, pre-foreclosure, tax delinquency, whatever it is. And you'll go out here, pull a list of like 5,000 records, all skip trace, by the way. It's great. And you just call them. And you pray that 1 out of 9,000 leads is a deal, which is just a lot of work. And it's fine. It's not awful. But XLeads version 4 said, screw it. We don't want you guys to do that anymore. We just want you to have an unfair advantage. So let's see what this AI can do. So let's go out here. Let's do Knox County, Tennessee. And what we're going to do is, let me clear my lists. Clear it out. Delete list. Perfect. Okay. So now we have Knox County. There's currently 167,000 properties in Knox County. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go out here and filter this down a little more. So just do a little bit of filtering here. Nothing too bad, nothing too crazy. But we're going to go out here and we are going to, this is on the X plan, so I'm going to exclude active listings and active investor-owned properties. So people that own a lot of houses, they're investors, and they're actively on the MLS. Now on top of that too, I'm going to go out here and max out the property valuations in Knox County. So the Knox County median home price is $366,000. So I'm going to do $375,000 as the max value. And we're only going to be looking at single family properties today, trusts or individual ownership. And we want to make sure they owned it for at least 3 years. I'm actually going to put 5 because Knox County is actually a little bigger. And then I want anyone who has at least 40% equity because we're wholesaling. We need a good deal here. And that should be exactly what we need. 28,000 is a little much, but it's not terrible. I'm going to filter this a little more because we can't have this list too big. Let's do 300. Cool property, at least 60,000. Nothing too bad. And 13,000. Okay, that's not bad at all. All right. So now we have this list of about 13,000 properties. Now, what I'm going to do, and I know this sounds crazy, is I'm going to have AI go out here and basically drive for dollars for me. Now, we don't call it driving for dollars. What we call it is orbiting for dollars. We also call it droning for dollars. So I want you to imagine this. This is what XLeads version 4 is about. This is where the hype. This is why everyone's canceling their old wholesaling software. It's why everyone's so excited about this. Is we legitimately, let me show you. We legitimately are taking drones. We XLeads has an aerial fleet of drones. And we are flying drones across major cities in the United States. And we are having, these are nicer cameras on the drones, but the drones are taking pictures of every property in the city. And then we're feeding it to AI, or having the AI create a property condition index score of 0 to 100, how ugly the property is. Now, we can't do that on every house in America because with drones, that's insane. So what we did was we tapped into the United States, basically Department of Agriculture. The U.S. military uses certain satellites, and Tesla uses certain satellites from these companies that go out here and take pictures of every property in America in like really high quality 4K imagery. So what we do is we take the satellite imagery, we take the drone imagery, and we have a 4K view of the property. We also have a LiDAR satellite. So these are not Google Maps. So Google Maps has really like outdated, blurry satellite. I mean, everyone knows Google Maps isn't the nicest, but we're using like really nice new satellites. And we had the satellite take a picture of the property in real time, like live. The AI analyzes the property in real time and then spits back a condition score. So it's basically driving for dollars with AI without spending any money, without you physically going to the property. I don't live in Knoxville. Knoxville's like a 12-hour drive for me. No way I'm going to go out here and do that. And the cool part is within XLeads, it would probably take about 2 hours to go for AI to analyze every property in Tennessee, which is already absolutely insane. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all. I'm going to call it Knox County AI droning for dollars list. I'm going to create my list. Now I have 13,000 properties right here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to press SkyDrive AI, and I'm going to start my scan. Now this list is a little, like, I'm not going to sit here for 2 hours and have it do it in the background. So let's do a really small list really quick. Let's just do one zip code. So let's do the best. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me do one zip code that I like. We're just going to do one zip code for an example here. That is 87 properties. All right, that's fine. So let's select all. Okay, list is way too big. Let's just do 87 properties really quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all 87 properties. We're going to SkyDrive the list. So we're going to start a scan. And what it's doing is we're going to do a live satellite view of every property in Knoxville in the zip code. So what we're doing is we're processing it. So what it does is it compiles the information. It goes out here, and if the process fails, that definitely means that we don't have the satellite view. Just being honest, we're not this is in beta mode right now. So not every property in America has this. Oh, this was Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. But yeah, so it's basically analyzing off of, let me show this in the bottom. Basically, it's going off of the satellite imagery, the photo imagery. It does a 3D structural scan of the property. It looks at the infrared of the terrain. So basically, is there overgrowth or grass growth in the area? Here's what a satellite view is going to look like right here of the property with the analysis. And it's going to spit out a score. And what you can see here is this is a 43. This is a 32. And the point is, you can't, like, 86 is not a big list. You want to do like 10,000 properties at a time because obviously more the merrier. And this is just way faster and better than driving for dollars, because you can drive for dollars maybe 1,000 properties in 2 hours, but you can do 15,000 in 2 hours with AI. And you could probably do 40,000 if you just take a nap, wake up, or just go to bed. AI drive for dollars while you sleep. I mean, this is insane. And so as we're speaking, it's analyzing all the properties here, which is already absolutely insane. And so looks like there's nothing too crazy on this list. So I like anything over a 60. Anything over 60 I like. Let's go out here. Let's scan this property here. And the AI tells you why they think it's at that score. And it is currently scanning this one. So this one's going to be at a 607 Vernon. All right. Yeah, so the AI does take a little second to look at it. It's pretty cool. So 55. 51, not bad at all. So I'll do a little bigger list when we're done with this, and I'll do it in the background. So scans complete, not bad. So let's go out here, and I can actually see, the thing is, I can go actually out here and pull this list on my exports. So that SkyDrive list is right there. So I can go export it. I can select all, and then export this list. But what I can do is I can just go to here that has photos. I can go by distress score. And then I can go ascending. And say, I got my issue resolved. Or rather than go to somebody else who has an issue. Okay, thanks, Jocelyn. So this one has a 55 score. This one has a 55 score, 52 score. So nothing too crazy in this area. Let's go do Knoxville. Let's do like a big, way bigger list. So let's go out here and let's do a bigger list here. I'm just going to do Knoxville. 12,000. I'm going to knock this down a little. So let's knock it down to, actually, let's do a city I already have. So I already did a city. So I've already done all of San Antonio. So let me actually do a San Antonio list. So I actually have it all already pulled. So we can do Bear County. So let's just show Bear County. Bear County, Texas, right here. All right, cool. We're going to do some Bear County, which is 141,000. So we're going to filter those out again. We're going to do 400. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just do 60% equity really quick. And we should have the distress scores already popped up on here. All right, perfect. So these are all the distress scores. So let's go pick something that's like a 75, and let's look at the live satellite view of it. So I can go out here and show you. So let me go pick a property really quick and show you kind of what let's just look at the live satellite view on the property, and you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go out here and alrighty. All right, let's see where we're at here. Okay. All right, let's go out here and just look at a little satellite view here on the property. This one's out of 75. It looks like it's 75 because of the debris on the property. Yikes. Oh, yeah. That one's nasty. Okay, that one's good. Let me show this one too. So I like this one a lot. Okay. All right, San Antonio. Let me just show this. All right. Just doing the numbers on here. 1217. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. So this one has massive overgrowth. Things looking bad. Jeez, man. All right, let me do the... Here we go. I'm just trying to show the map view of here. Let's see. They're not going to show too much. Can I overlay this? There we go. Dang it, they don't show the satellite on here. All right, I can't get the satellite on this one yet. But basically, check and show it on here. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the satellite view. So this is currently satellite view of the property right here. And it's analyzing overgrowth in the back. So it's popping up on there. Go here on this one. And it's analyzing, not looking good there. So that one's got a high one. Let's pop up a 74. Look at this one too. I think I showed this one. But showing overgrowth there. And we'll pop up this one. So this one's popping up high because of the probate on the property. So it's also looking at financial data issues. I mean, this one popped up on an analysis scan, and this is what the property looked like recently. So let's see if we have a Google Street View of this one. Let's see here. Holy moly, that looks bad. There's a lot of junk right there. Oh wow. Yeah, that's we only have a side view from 2014, but yeah, that was bad. So it's scanning all the ugliest properties right there and showing it there. So the AI is running the scan here, and it's seeing that this property has a 617 wholesale score. It's already crazy. It's already a probate on the property. So it's like moderately ugly, but there's a probate, so it goes nuts on this. So that is XLeads SkyDrive. You can SkyDrive basically the whole property right here, and you find the ugliest houses, and they pop up right here. Now, what's really cool here with XLeads is it's not just the SkyDrive. See, SkyDrive is the visual distress on a property, but that's not the big one. Visual distress is not like the big, massive issue. Financial distress is the big one. Now, if you have financial distress and visual distress, that's the big one. That's the big AI that can solve everything. So what SkyDrive does, it looks at financial distress and then physical distress and then combines it together. So what's really cool with XLeads is when you sign up for, let's say, a basic plan, you have one AI zip code. So this AI zip code lets you use the AI to predict financial distress, and then the AI to actually see visual distress. So what I always like to do is if you can stack these on top of each other, you're going to have the best data possible. It's very niched out. So for example, if you go out here and do Bexar County, and I want to do a wholesale score above 800 and a SkyDrive. Oh. So we're at above a 700 with the ugly houses right here. You're going to find these are pretty high. So these have like distress scores that are high plus the AI score is really high. And then you're going to be, you just pull those to lists and you're going to be good. So this is kind of a mix of everything. This is a high equity HOA lien pre-foreclosure with a high distress score, like this property right here. You can look at the satellite view. Probably needs a little bit of work on here. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You can go out here, launch a property scan. See where we're at on this thing. It's at a 63. Not bad. Not bad at all. So if I go out here, you can go out here and use the SkyDrive to go out here and analyze the property, which is really cool. So basically, if you go out here and you want to do a little city, so again, you want to go out here and do the 34953 area code, zip code. You can go out here, little zip code right here. Let's say you want to go out here, filter the zip code, anything above an 800. To be honest, the wholesale AI score is where I'd be pulling my data first. So you got to pick a zip code. So if you have the basic plan, you get one zip code. And this zip code, you can do your SkyDrive, which is the visual distress, the AI droning for dollars, the AI orbiting for dollars. And then you have the AI sellability, which lets you predict which sellers are most likely want to sell for a discount or not. I would pull the AI sellability score first. So I would pull anything above 800 in the zip code. You're at 270. I would clear all filters, and I would just pull this 700 or above. And you're at 1,000. Let's do 800. And you're at 805. So it's pretty cool. So right there, you got this niche data. And let's just go clear the list. And we have, that's pretty good. It's about 800 properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter, make sure this is not on the MLS, not active investor owned. Now I have 682 properties right here. What I'm going to do is I already have my whole county done, but these are properties that are, actually, I'm going to filter one other thing on there. I'm going to put at least 3 years ownership on this. That's all I care about right now. All right, 500, fine. So what I'm going to do is, let's look at this property right here. All right, so distress score, let's actually look at a live satellite view on this thing. So live satellite view is showing, oh boy. Yeah, we're having a little front maintenance issues on this thing in the back. Oh yeah. Oh geez. Yeah, that door's disgusting. Yeah, it's Google Street Views. This thing looks way worse. So I think 3D structural scan, the garage door's all like destroyed on this thing. So yeah, that thing's looking bad. Okay, cool. So if I look at this property, so you have about 500 on this. So this would be a list I'd pull. AI distress property score above 800. So I take this list right here. And so I'm going to pull this list. So I'm just going to export the data set. And I'm going to go out here and cold call this list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here. I'm going to click lead trace. And AI score I don't really care about. We're going to do lead trace. Property details I don't really care about. Valuations I think I can add in. So I'm going to export this data set. And I'm going to go cold call this list. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to export, do live skip tracing really quick. We'll be good here. Now, some other things I'm going to share about version 4 versus version 3 is we massively improved the skip tracing, like massively. Now, I want to share how the skip tracing got improved. So I'm going to screenshot this, and then I got to get rid of all the information I'm not allowed to show. But we improved it with an AI algorithm to match the address with the owner and the number with the owner. So how do I share this the right way? Okay, I can show this. All right, I just gotta get rid of some things right here. There we go. There we go. Get rid of the email. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, I can share this now, right? Yes, I can. So XLeads came out with something called right here. Buyer owner match. So what we do now with the skip tracing is we are basically matching the ownerships and we're refreshing the data. So first and foremost, we refresh the data almost every single day on the skip tracing to make it even better. But the big thing is we're now using what we call owner match, which we are going to, once we can confirm that that is the real owner, which we're using AI and some more analysis on there, and we're making sure it's active, all these things. When we're super confident that is the owner, we put them under owner match. So this owner match is only going to get better and better. But now we can match the owners, and it's not a guess anymore which one's the right person. The owner match right there, boom, that's their number. And you just click it, view number, boom, the number's right there. You can export the data, and it's working for you right there. So from there, we have our exports. I'm going to download the list. And what we're going to do is we're going to import this list and start calling it. Now, I think the big push we're making for version 4 is the AI. So traditionally, people want to pull 9, 10, 12,000 properties, and that's fine. But what we want to do is we want you to be really having a 3-layered approach to your marketing. We want you to pull your government list first. Then after you pull your government lists, you're going to go import it into XLeads. So let's go out here and just show you this. So I want you to go pull your government data still. Upload your CSV right here of your government data. Get it skip traced with us. Let's filter out the data. Then from there, you have that list. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to go pull an AI list. So pull your zip code, pull your many zip codes, filter anything above a 700, and I would pull that list. Then from there, I would get rid of the wholesale AI score. I would take the entire area. So let's just do a quick high equity. Exclude that. Let's do valuations. Max it out at 500. Minimum 50,000. Single family properties only. There we go. Owned for at least 5 years. Individual trust owners. and I'd put 50% equity. Why not? Okay, it's about 9,000. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to take this list right here, and I'm going to select all. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to SkyDrive this list, and then we're going to SkyDrive the list. So this is going to take a little bit. Let's see here. So we're going to let it import and go through all that. But basically what we're doing here is we're doing a three-pronged approach. We are pulling government data. We're using our AI celebrity scores and our AI SkyDrive. We're going to SkyDrive this whole list. Anything above a 70, we're going to pull. So now we have about 2,000 or 3,000 properties. That list of 2,000 is like pulling 20,000, about 10 times better than a regular list. So now it's super targeted data. Now you don't have to call 10,000 people, just call 2,000. That's kind of the future of XLeads. It's like we want you to pull less lists and get more deals. Now we're working on a couple big things in 2026 for this on the XLeads side, and then personally on like the education side on Flip with Rick channels and our YouTube on how to pull less lists and make more money. But the whole point is the AI lists are going to be the future because the predictions are really good. Like, for example, it can't show everything in the AI algorithm, but if someone's credit score just dips slightly, we're noticing with our deals is credit scores start dipping and then they want to sell. And you never were able to do that, right? But now we can do it in the AI. We can't publicly give people's credit scores out. We can't say John Smith credit score went from 700 to 650 this month. Like, I can't publicly give that out. That's very sensitive info, but we can use it for an AI algorithm. And that's really cool. And so the whole point is we're getting more niched out. We're having a lot of wholesalers virtually that they want to do multiple areas. Like they want to do Knoxville, Greenville, North Carolina. They want to go here to Spartanburg, South Carolina. Then they want to do Columbus, Georgia. And the point is, we're getting to the point now, it might be better to have 5 virtual markets and just pull SkyDrive lists than it is to do one market and then just do a high equity list. So what I mean by this is if you wholesale in Dallas, Houston, and Atlanta, if you pulled high equity lists in all those areas, you are screwed. Like you are screwed because your saturation is crazy. But if I SkyDrive Dallas, SkyDrive Houston, SkyDrive Atlanta, and then I just pull that anything over a 75 on the SkyDrive, and then anything over an 800 score, it's way better. And so that's the main reason. That's the main big push. So we're just going to make sure this gets imported really quick. And I'm going to do this on the background. And then we'll go to the next part on here. And by the way, if you want a full like XLeads like mega like tutorial, we have plenty of those too. But let's go out here and start pulling this data set. So launch our scan. And so remember, I'm not going to sit around for 2 hours while this thing scans in the background. But I'm going to show you what I am going to do. Because we let you scan the background while you just go do stuff. So let's load up for a second here. Let's see. All right, we got a lot of great questions, so I'm going to answer them really quick too. There we go. So this batch scan is going to take a very long time to do. That's fine. Remember, it might have a distress score for you from the last time you scanned it, but you want to rescan these because it's now going to look at the live view. So you can get out of it. The cool part is if you go out here and wholesale score is pretty cool on this too. Oh, we got some notice. This property is actually making me excited. I'm gonna look at this deal real quick. I can't show too much. All right, let me look at this property. This property is actually kind of exciting me right now because this deal right here, if I generate a wholesale ninja, if I generate a property assessment right here, it's telling me. And remember, if you have the Pro plan or the X plan, you can have AI analyze the deal for you and just give you information. So it's telling me that this person has high equity, off market. There's clear distress signals on the property, and it gives me my MAO, which is pretty cool. So it's the photo of the property. Interesting. Cool. Let's go scan this really quick. So let's see the reason why. So I can't show this part. So if you go here, and it has a couple liens on the property, a notice of foreclosure on the property. He's owned it for a while. He has some loans on the house. This is pretty cool, actually. Transactions, financial information. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to contacts and you go call the guy, Ronald. I'm going to actually call this guy really quick. All right, let me go out here and do it. Let's actually call this guy up. I'm sorry, I have to call this guy. I'm getting too excited. So actually, let me just call this guy really quick. 1,000 wholesale score is pretty cool. So let me actually just copy his info, and I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him on here. I'm like a little kid. I just want to call this guy. Well, you guys can hear me. All right, let me call this guy. Go here. Oh, hold on. Can't show that. All right. All right, let me try to call this guy really quick. Okay. There's no guarantee, though, but let's go see where we're at. All right. Okay, let's see who we got. All right, let's go call. I got to call this person. I'm sorry. I'm a little too excited. Hello?
Please leave your message.
Dang it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So, sorry. I saw that property. I'm like, I need to call this person. Okay, cool. So you go out here and you see the list. And what we're going to do is let's actually just show you how to cold call. Before I do that, let's actually show a little bit more of the lead software. So let's just use this property for an example here. And let's say I want to comp the property. I had a couple questions about comping in here. So I'm going to go to comps feature. And basically, I have this property right here, right? I have my property in question. I want to comp it. So maybe I want to do, if it's a 2-2, I'm going to go to beds and I'm going to do look at only 2-2s in the area. 2-2s in the area, bedrooms, bathrooms. Beds and baths in the area. 2-2. All right, cool. Status. So we can look at sold, active, properties. Don't really care about that. Square feet, I can go click it and go mess with the square footage on here for the comping. Cool. Sellability score doesn't really matter for me right here. And now we're looking at all the areas. So last sale date, let's do past 6 months. There's actually a ton in here. So, wow, there's a lot of sales. So, wow. Okay. So our property's in the middle here. Let's do the past 2 months. All right, cool. So let's go filter this out. Actually, this is a new property. All right, let's just do only 4 bedrooms. Let's do only 4 bedrooms. There we go. All right, only 4 bedrooms. Okay. 4 twos. Let's look at 4 twos in the area. Distance, let's do half a mile radius. Cool. Okay. Now I got some decent comps in the area. So now I can go out here and comp this thing a little better right here. So I can look at the Beaches MLS. So I'm looking at MLS sources here, and then I can comp from here. So I can see here 4-2-3-2s. I don't like a 3-2. This is a pending, an active pending right here. Days on market, and it was sold for 323. I like the square feet, price per square foot. Okay. Interesting. Had a lot of long days on the market. Let's put yes. This is an active sold. 3, 2.5s. Ours is 4. Add this one. Deny that one. And now on the bottom, so you want to add this pending. Now we have a price per square foot. It already does the price per square foot calculation on the bottom for you. So you can comp your properties pretty quick. Got your sales, your average AVM, your average square foot you're comping from. It's pretty cool. On top of that too, you actually get the MLS access. So again, you don't need multiple MLS accesses. You just use XLeads for everything. It all adds up right there. Create your own comp report, and you can download the list. And you can generate your own comp report right there, which is really cool. I'll show you kind of what it looks like here. Let it generate. There we go. So it'll go generate a little comp report for you right here. And you get a little satellite view of the property, which is cool. You get the address. You get the comps that you currently have on the property, which ones are more square feet, less square feet, when it last sold, and all the data that you possibly want, your rent estimates, your features. So this is really cool if you're like a comping boss and you want to go comp everything. So we got the comping done right there. I had some comping questions people have, but the most important feature on here for your dispo is, let me look. Is how in the world do I find a buyer? So XLeads is a really awesome disposition software too. And again, the reason why XLeads is the all-in-one is you can pull your list and find your deals, have your acquisitions inside the CRM, and then dispositions and sell your deal all inside of XLeads. So if you go right here, and let's say you want to go find a buyer for this deal, you locked it up. All you're going to do is just press Buyer Match AI. And what we do is we have AI find the top buyer for this deal. So for example, this is pretty cool. But for example here, we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath property, 1,468 square feet. Now, what it's going to do is it's finding all the people who are buying these properties for cash and who is buying 4-2s like this most likely. Highland Properties, I don't like this guy. I'm going to say it publicly, but he buys like 30 houses a month in St. Lucie County. And he is a legit cash buyer, even though I don't like the guy because I don't want to get into it right now. But just look up his company, and he has a lot of articles about him. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, you got all these people. So for example, these LLCs, Mona Homes, and these are like builders too that want it. But basically, this is who most likely. So JN007 Investments. If I go click on him right here, what we're going to do is we're going to pop up his database. So XLeads has pretty much a profile in any cash buyer in America. And you can go look at, I mean, they buy it for cash. You can analyze them, right? So right here, we have this guy right here, JN007. So he owns 7 rental properties. He's flipped 5 properties right here. These are the properties he's bought for cash and the ones he's flipped. And so we say, hey, this guy has a good activity of buying properties in our vicinity right here in this part in Port St. Lucie. He's going to be your good buyer. So you go to contacts, his phone number pops up right there. I can't show it on YouTube, but you press contacts and all of his phone number and all of his information pops up right there. Now you got a cash buyer for your deal. So that is kind of the big new stuff for XLeads version 4. And then obviously the big kahuna, which I think we all know is the new UI. So it looks brand new. It's pretty cool. And so you can go out here and start playing around with it and pretty much use the new UI for it. So the real question is, what's going on with the plans? So we did change all the plans in good ways. So if you go to XLeads.com, you can see everything that we currently have. So you can go out here, go to XLeads.com, pop it up right here. And what you're going to do is you scroll all the way down. I got to change this to 10,000. I don't know why it says 8. Okay. So what you do here is you scroll all the way down and you can choose your plan. So there are currently 3 plans. So again, the reason I'm not trying to sell you on XLeads, even though, I mean, it's pretty obvious you need to get XLeads. Everyone in here has been grandfathered. So if you got XLeads before our announcement, you're all grandfathered in. So what, again, what does every plan have? So if you have the basic monthly plan, you have 1 AI zip code. This basically means you can redeem your territory. You choose the zip code you want, and you can SkyDrive the list and use our AI sellability scores. And you get 25,000 records, and you get texting for 1 penny. You get all this cool stuff, right? Now, it's about $97 a month. Now, if you choose to upgrade to the annual plan, you get it for a discount, and you get 3 AI zip codes. Not just 1, you get 3 AI zip codes. So if you're thinking about the basic plan, I would definitely just push to get the annual because it's going to be cheaper and you get more AI zip codes. Now, if you get the monthly plan, what's the difference between the basic and the monthly? The big one is you get more lists. So you can filter out a lot better. You get better data analysis. So if you're spending some money in marketing, the pro plan is going to give you a better ROI. You have 40,000 skip trace records a month. And probably the best part is you get the AI to go out here and analyze your deals for you. And you get 3 AI zip codes. Now, if you get the pro for the annual, you get 5 AI zip codes. Now, the big one is the X plan. X plan is $249 a month. It comes with 17 list types, 5 AI zip codes, 60,000 skip trace records, and the big one is you get our Dispo tab. So you get our Dispo tab, you get our buyer match AI. So again, the Dispo tab is pretty cool. You go out here and it helps your Dispo a lot. So you go here, and let's say you go to your residential invest. So actually, I just show it on here. So let's say you have a property and you want to dispo it. So let's go out here to XLeads. Why am I showing that? Let me show the dispo tab. Here we go. So you go out here and let's say you want to dispo a property. Just press dispo. And let's say you're trying to dispo a deal in, let's do Shaker Heights, Ohio. So you want to go sell that deal. You just go in the dispo tab. X plan people have this. So let's load for a second. So you're going to go here to Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights. And what you're going to find in Shaker Heights, Ohio, you're going to find the top, let's filter by landlords. So these are the top landlords in Shaker Heights. So this guy owns 41 rental properties in Shaker Heights. And this is his average. Like, if you're wanting like deep prospecting inside of everything, you have it all in there, which is really cool. So let's go here. All righty. So you do your deep prospecting in here. So let's say this Golf Ridge LLC owns 24 rental properties. He's probably a good guy to talk to. So I'm going to press view details. And again, he owns 32 rentals in all, like in total, but he owns 6 or 7 in Shaker Heights. This is his activity. So we have his whole profile on here. And he's going to be a good buyer. You got to press contacts and you get his phone number, which is really cool. LLCs, I mean, you can also just Google them if you want. But all of his info pops up right there. So we have his name, his family's name, all of his info is right here, his email. So you can go out here and just go out here and email the guy. It's all in there. You can refresh, you can press refresh. I can't show this, but you can refresh the skip trace and you get all the info on this buyer. So these are the top landlords in your area. So your dispo is actually pretty easy from here. Then you're just going to blast it off and call these guys. So you got all the stuff right here. Let's say you want to go find flippers, which is going to be a little better. You're going to go out here, flippers, and we're going to find people that flipped the property in the past year. And these are the top flippers in Shaker Heights. Shaker Heights doesn't have a lot, unfortunately. So if I did like Cleveland, Ohio, be a lot different. Like top flippers in Cleveland, they're going to pop up everywhere, right? So for example, in the past year, Grandview Capital LLC right here, this guy has flipped 102 properties in Ohio. And look at all the properties he's actively flipping. It's actually insane. This guy's flipping a lot of property. So he'd be obviously a good buyer, right? Now you need the X plan for this. Pro plan does not have this anymore. So you need the X plan for this. But basically, we did a massive update on this, and now we're very confident that this is the best dispositions, especially at this price. So you go out here, get all this data you possibly want, and you see, okay, this guy's making $59,000 profit, like kind of crazy. Contacts, get his number right there. Boom. Pretty easy. But I think the big one's the buyer match AI. It's so simple. So this property right here, let's say you lock it up. All you're going to do is just buyer match AI it, click it. And these are the top buyers with the AI. Get the skip tracing done. LLC skip tracing, boom, done. Simple. So that is how you use XLeads version 4. That's the big change on it. Obviously, with XLeads, we have a lot more, right? We have our dashboard. We have our wholesaling deal boards. So obviously, you have the CRM. You go out here and analyze all your leads. You have your e-signing, all these things right here. So boom, you got your stuff. You can e-sign. You have your deal board. You can call. You can analyze your properties. You have the whole entire automations tab. You have our dialers, calendar, text blasting, all that stuff. All that stuff's pretty much the same. You got to remember that XLeads is built on top of Go High Level. So the cool part is the whole CRM portion is Go High Level. And I do not shy away or say it's not Go High Level. It is Go High Level. So we have the Go High Level CRM. You have two options. You can go to Go High Level, spend $97, which is awesome. Or you could spend $97 with us and you get the same Go High Level, except we built it just for you. And then on top of that too, you get all the leads. You get the 25,000 skip trace records, the AI zip codes, all that stuff just for the same $97, which is pretty. So the CRM portion is all Go High Level built out. Again, pretty cool. And then from there, you get all the leads and they're all associated together. And so the new part of XLeads version 4 is the AI driving for dollars, the AI sellability scores, and all the new UI, increased skip tracing, highest quality got now, and everything pumped up. So that is what XLeads version 4 is. Let me answer some questions you guys have, and let's break it all down. So I would recommend for any beginner, I would probably start at the $97 a month plan if you're a beginner. If you're somebody who's actually going to spend probably more than $500 a month in marketing, I would highly suggest you go out here and get the Pro plan. If you're somebody who's doing a deal a month, you need to get the X plan because you need to get the dispositions. And then if you're somebody who says, hey, I want to go out here and I don't want to cold call 10,000 properties and I don't want to like kill myself, what I would highly suggest for everybody, and the reason I'm saying this at the end is because I don't want to hear people crying to me about this. The AI lists are going to be the biggest ones. So if you go to leads right here, and let's just go out here and pull a list really quick. I go to filters. I think this is the master account, so you can't see it. Can I go out here in another account? Let me actually go out here. Let me show another account. Hold on. Hold on for an example here. Let's do. Hold on. Can I do this one? Let's find a login on here. Let's see. How do I show this the right way? Okay, I can show it on here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So what we're doing is because the SkyDrive and the AI is in a beta, it's going to be in beta to the end of March. What I'm telling everyone to do is we're going to do one beta sale on here for XLeads. So what's really cool is you can go out here and for the next 3 months, you are able to upgrade. So let's go out here and see what you got. So for example, you can go out here and let's manage your sellability scores. Redeem, should be able to upgrade from in here. So basically you can go out here and for $1,000, you can get AI state coverage. So you can do the AI sellability scores and the AI SkyDrive for the entire state for just $1,000. Again, I don't make a profit on this. I'm just being honest with you. It lets you stay on XLeads a little longer. So that's why we like it. But you get the entire state for $1,000. Or you can upgrade and get the nationwide AI. So pull the AI data sets from nationwide for only $2,000. The cool part is lifetime as long as you have the account. So the whole point is $1,000 for the state. So all of Florida, if you live in Florida, you can do all your AI sellability scores for Florida. So you can do the financial distress in Florida for only $1,000 for life. So people get the basic plan, you get all. So if you want to upgrade from the basic to the pro plan, but you're like, hey, I only want to upgrade because of the more AI zip codes, just pay for the state for $1,000. You get it for life. Now, the truth is we are going to double the price once it's out of beta. So the SkyDrive's really good. It's going to be at 100% capacity by the end of March, and the AI is going to just get better and better. At that point, it's going to get crazy, and we can't let everyone have the AI. So we're going to double the price. So it's going to be $2,000 for the state in April. It's going to be $4,000 for nationwide. But for now, till the end of the beta, so you guys can, you don't need to upgrade right now. Play around with your zip codes. You'll be like, wow, this is really good. I'm going to upgrade to the state for 1,000 and nationwide for 2,000. It is going away in April. It is going to double the price. I'm a man of my word. I'm just telling you what it's going to be. So I would upgrade right now. You can go email support@xleads.com or upgrade from the tab right there. You can go upgrade right there. So let's see what questions we got about XLeads version 4. How good's the skip trace data? The new owner match is really impressive. I'm very happy with it. And then it should have one other boost pretty soon. Be good. On the version 4 in the basic plan, do we get 3 zip codes? If you have the basic plan annual, you get 3 zip codes. Yes. Pro plan, the AI analysis is very worth it. And I think the pro plan with the extra zip codes is a great one. I have the pro and I only have 1 AI zip code. So if you only have 1, do me a favor. Email support@xleads.com and we'll go analyze and see what's going on with you. How do I update to version 4? Mine says version 3. Well, let me ask you, when you log into XLeads and you press leads, does it look like this or does it look like this or not? It should look like that. The dashboard says version 3 because the upgrade's going in Monday. What are zip codes? So when you have the basic plan of XLeads, you get you get to choose 1 zip code where you can pull the AI data from. That's the whole point. And then you can email support@xleads.com, say, hey, I'm in the 34952 zip code. Next month, can you change me to the 34953 zip code? The AI zip codes are used to go pull a data set. So for example, if I have 1 zip code, it's my top zip code for wholesaling, I can go out here and I can filter a list in my zip code and I can use this wholesale AI score and I can say 700. So now what's going to do is any property that has an AI wholesale score of 700 or above, so that means it has the highest likelihood of being sold for a discount, you can go pull that list. You can also SkyDrive any property in your zip code, which is basically you're doing AI driving for dollars, orbiting for dollars, whatever it is. Since version 4 is no longer showing ARV and wholesale values, it's going to be right under here. So the values are going to be under, let me pop up a property. So they're going to be under right here under insights. This is the AVM. This is the wholesale price. So hopefully you see that. Should be right there for you. Hopefully that helped you. All right. So you click on the property and then obviously that should pop up right there if you have the analysis on it. Now, if you're somebody who says, oh, well, I mean, if you don't have the X plan, it's going to be a little different. So if you don't have it, it's going to be pop up right here. Let me pop up where it would look like for you guys on here. On the AVM. All right, let's see. All righty, let me pop it up for you. So it should pop up right here under sellability scores, right here. So you might not see it on there, but it'd be right under these right here. All right. Let's see here. Oh, let's see the questions we got on here. So yeah, if you have the pro plan on one AI zip code, it should have been filtered out. But again, just email support XLeads and it'll get updated for you. We'll be doing more videos on the build report and close deals. Yes, we're doing a lot more of that. Let's see here. Anyone need a cold caller on XLeads? I don't think so. Let's see. So the real-time skip tracing is going to be in the contacts tab. So again, it's in the contacts tab. Let me show you what it looks like. So it's a little different, but the AVMs are in there. Just letting you know. Wow, what is that? There you go. So let's go pop it up right here. So all you have to do is just scroll down and the wholesale value is right there. And then on top of that too, it should be under contacts. You click contacts, the phone number pops up right there. That's the easiest one. Also, AVM will pop up right here too. So if you go to, and if you don't see that, you can just do this. So again, you're saying you don't see the AVM or you don't see the valuation number because if you go down to financial, the AVM pops up right here with the equity. So it's all right here and boom, right there. Simple as that. All right, let's see the questions we got. Pop me out for a second. What feature do you get with the 97? So you get the entire CRM, you get to use the dialer, you can use the SMS, you can pull data, you get the unlimited free skip tracing right there. You get the e-signing. I mean, if you want to see what XLeads all entails, I mean, I would just go to XLeads.com. Put on the bottom really quick for everyone. Go to XLeads.com and be right here. And it would just be right here. So you get free unlimited skip tracing. You get our AI automated CRM. You get our Driving for Dollars app. You get our data lists, e-signing, our auto dialer, our SMS blaster, our AI phone answering service and SMS. You get our A2P approved websites, our SkyDrive AI Driving for Dollars, and our Dispo only for $81 a month. Pretty crazy. So if you want to get XLeads, the best wholesale software in the entire world, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you go to XLeads.com. Version 4 is a massive success. And guys, if you got any value from this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you.